Hi guys, today we're going to do a full review of the Galaxy Note 5. I've been using this for about 2 weeks. Let's go ahead and do this, baby. Four years ago, Samsung launched the first big smartphone in the world with the Galaxy Note Android smartphone. At the time, no one knew phablets like the Galaxy Note would become popular. In fact, most media outlets called it ridiculously large phone that's not going to fit in your pocket. Well, fast forward to 2015 and everyone is using a large phone these days. Even Apple introduced their iPhone 6 Plus to satisfy the people's urge to use large smartphones. Phablets are like SUVs of cars, and if you want the best SUV, the Galaxy Note 5 is the best you can buy right now. The biggest difference between the Note 5 and its predecessors is its design. Samsung has opted to go with seamless design with a curved glass back. I feel like they have removed the biggest features like the removable battery and microSD card, but for those of you who don't care for that, you may love the new Note 5 design. The Note 5 feels great in the hands. Also, the curved back glass does help, and the glass feel is magnificent. Of course, we highly suggest you to use a case since glass is easily broke, and that offsets Samsung's focus on design. Heck, if I use a case on the back of the phone, it's pretty much useless no matter how beautiful it is. Note 5 has the same resolution of 2560 by 1440p resolution with an upgraded Super AMOLED screen that's actually 10% brighter than the Note 4. It's a newer, brighter screen, but the resolution has stayed the same. There's really absolutely nothing bad I can say about the Galaxy Note 5 screen. It's certainly one of the best smartphone screens out there, and Samsung's Super AMOLED screens are usually 30 to 40% brighter than its nearest competitors at its brightest setting. The new S Pen can now easily be clicked, then pulled out. Unlike its predecessors, the small clicky change does help you get that S Pen out quickly and easily. One note though, if you put the S Pen backwards, it'll get stuck and you may break the S Pen sensor. You can use a plastic film or straw to take it out safely, so check out my video tutorial on that if you ever do this by accident. The coolest features Samsung added to the Note 5 this year is the off-screen memos. Pull out your S Pen while the screen is off, and you will be able to take memos instantly. I feel like this simple feature will make the Note 5 excellent replacement for any physical notebooks. When the screen is on, you can enjoy the new Air command that allows you to easily open your S Pen apps along with your favorite app shortcuts. With screen capture, now you can take a screenshot of a long web page, scribble your notes on it, and send it easily to your friends and colleagues. The Note 5 has Samsung's own Exynos 7420 octa-core 64-bit processor. This is hands down the fastest processor in the world right now. It's over 30% faster in performance over its nearest competitor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 805. If you play a lot of games or use apps that use extensive raw CPU power, the Exynos 7420 will help you do that the fastest and to the fullest. Also, the Note 5 has 4 gigs of RAM and comes out on top of Galaxy S6 as the fastest smartphone on Earth. AnTuTu scores are off the charts with scores near 70,000 mark. There's no other smartphone on Earth right now that surpasses the Note 5 performance. If you absolutely must have the fastest smartphone on Earth right now, this is definitely it. The Note 5's biggest flaw this year is its removable battery and microSD card slot. You can buy the Note 5 in 32 or 64 gigs of storage. For storage, this isn't much, but if you use an OTG flash drive, you can offload your storage if you go over. It's not the best alternative to having actual microSD card slot, but sadly, Samsung has sacrificed its core features for design. On the bright side, Note 5 possesses UFS 2.0 for its storage, giving you 3 times faster read-write speeds than any other smartphones. With 3 times faster read-write speeds, games and apps can run much faster. Unlike Note 4, which required your user to swipe from top to bottom, Note 5 has the new fingerprint sensor, so you can easily place your finger on it to unlock your phone. Also, Samsung has introduced the new Samsung Pay, which could possibly be the best smartphone payment system in the world. Apple Pay or Android Pay both use NFC technology, while Samsung Pay supports both NFC and MST technology. MST stands for Magnetic Secure Transmission, which allows Samsung Pay to be compatible with any credit card reader with magnetic strip reader. which is pretty much 99% of credit card readers in the world right now. In other words, Samsung Pay can be used anywhere a credit card is accepted, while Apple Pay and Android Pay are limited to credit card readers with specific NFC support for them. With your fingerprint, it's possible to ditch your wallet completely and use your phone. Note 5 battery is 3000 mAh, just a tad more than last year. In real world usage, I found this Note 5 battery does fairly well, giving me all day usage in most cases. While Note 5 battery doesn't last quite as long as a Note 4, it's got enough juice to last longer than smaller phones out there. For those of you who work in cubicles, you just need to have an extra fast charger at work, in your car, as quick charging on the Note 5 takes only an hour to go from 0 to 100%. And for those of you who are not near a wall plug all day, you can grab a fast charging USB power bank like the Aukey's fast charge USB power bank. Note 5 also supports world's first fast wireless charging. I've not yet tested this, but I should have a video on it as soon as it comes in the mail. The Note 5 has one of the best cameras on earth right now. For those of you who take a lot of photos, the f1.9 lens will give you crisp, detailed photos in low light as much as it is possible on a smartphone. And with the Pro mode, photography junkies like yourself will be able to easily tweak the shutter speed, white balance, and ISO. That's not all. With RAW mode, you'll be able to tweak your photos with Adobe Photoshop or Lightroom to have full control over your photos. Video recording on the Note 5 is a pleasant experience with support for 4K UHD and 1080p 60 frames per second. With stable OIS, you'll be able to get better videos than any other smartphone out on the market right now. I have a 4K test video, so check that out if you haven't yet. Another new feature is the YouTube Live mode, which allows you to broadcast live to YouTube in full 1080p HD. I've used this feature many times already, and I can tell you that the quality is very good. It's going to be very useful for YouTubers and journalists out there. Now don't forget, Galaxy Note series have better multitasking than any other smartphone out there. With its multi-window features, you'll be able to easily run 2 apps side by side, along with floating window that you can activate by swiping from top left or top right. For people who need productivity of a desktop on a smartphone, the Note 5 multi-window features make it possible to have a dozen windows open at the same time. Well, maybe not a dozen, but a few. Overall, the Note 5 does have its faults like no more removable battery, microSD card, and a flawed S Pen design. But if you ask me which is the best smartphone on earth right now, it's still going to be the Galaxy Note 5 because clearly there's nothing better yet. We just hope Samsung has the removable battery, microSD card for Note 5 next year. Oh, I'll be spanking them again. Hey, maybe you like being spanked. Bad girl. Bad girl. Oh, yeah, you like that, bitch?